Okay, so what I want to do next is I want to change the title for this. So let's go into my index.html right here, and let's change the title into dev community, and then find the correct emojis. And the emojis are this one and this one. There we go. So save this, and we should see this. There we go. So dev community and da. Okay, so something else that we can do is we can extract this article that contains the buttons into another component, so that instead of rendering this on the top and then rendering it again on the bottom, we can just render the component. So let me show you two ways where you can do that. So I'm going to cut this out. Okay, cut it out, and then I'm going to go to the bottom, and I'm going to create a component here called buttons. Once buttons equals to an arrow function like so, and then I'm going to return, and I'm just going to paste this in. Okay, and then on the top where I cut it out from, right here, I'm going to render my buttons component. Now this should work correctly, but it's going to break, because if you check our buttons component, then we have our functions here that are referenced, but this component does not know where they're coming from, because they are inside our app component right here. So what we're going to do is, inside the buttons component, we're going to create a prop called handle previous, and we're going to make it equal to the handle previous function, and then another prop called handle next, and we're going to make it equal to the handle next function. And then we're going to go into our component right here and destructure them as props, so handle previous and handle next. And once we save that and try to take a look at our application, it should work. Okay, so we can try it out. We can click on next, and we go to the next page, and next, and we go to the next page, and previous goes back to the previous page. Okay, so that means that this is working as expected, and therefore we can go ahead and remove this from here all the way to here, and instead of rendering all that, then we can just render our buttons like so. And remember to have the props inside as well, so then just copy them from the top, copy them here, and paste them here. Okay, so that is working correctly. And if you go to the bottom, then you can click on next, and you can click on previous. Now the second method that you can use to extract components is you can grab all of this from here. Okay, and you can create another file. So I'm going to go into my components, create a new file called buttons.js. So inside buttons.js, I can just paste this in, and then remember to export it on the bottom. So export default buttons like so. So save this, and then we just need to import this buttons component on top. So just copy this down, and we can say import buttons from buttons like so. And we can reload this just to be sure. And if I click on previous, it should show me the toast. There we go. And if I click on next, then we go into the next page, and so on and so forth. And the bottom ones should work the same way. So next. Okay, fantastic. And previous should also work as expected. There we go. So that is working correctly. So that's just a simple way that you can extract components. And a good way to know when to extract components is when you begin to add multiple functionalities into one singular component. So that is usually a good time to extract them. So that would mean that right here, the tags where we're searching for the tag list, once again, for the particular tag, you can also extract this if you would want, but I'm just going to leave it right here.